resistance, fighting not only against the Nigerian government, but against the world.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop.
Going to lower the flag of Nigeria and raise the flag of the United States of Biafra.
Nigeria is a reggae bell. If I look on news, it is bad. If I look social media, it is problem. Eh? When I should be drinking coffee, they will make me to come online. They don't want to have me to rest. But you know what? You know what? The spirit in me, the Biafra spirit in me, I said, when I told you, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is looking for 100 people, I promise that I have 50 in me. You have not seen anything. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. But you know, as my own oru, I am a royal rucha. You understand? Till Biafra come. But today you are going to receive sense. The crypto, Nigeria crypto. As they are crippling your economy, they close border. They close the border. ESN came out automatically, you know, weaponized. It shocked them. It shocked them. They said, this border no work. Oh. This close of border no work. Oh. Now, how do we stop the funding now of this Sunday or Igbo? How do we stop the contribution? Let us stop the crypto. Because they were following Nigerians, southern Nigerians. Use crypto. We should open crypto. Use crypto. Don't use the Western Union. Don't use this. They say, so these people are doing crypto. Okay, let us slash them. Bah! They are not considering the economic impact of crypto. No. They are not considering how much the crypto is bringing to Nigeria economy. Their agenda is not to make Nigeria progress. No. They have a better agenda. Now you get the point. Now you get the point. My only problem is that why is it that you must wait? Was Thomas born in Nigeria? Is Thomas a Nigerian? Is Thomas in the Bible in Nigeria? Are you a lineage of Thomas? Are you a lineage of Thomas? All of you have Thomas blood in your vein. How did you get Thomas blood in your vein? That it must happen to you first before you understand. We hear more. In Anokia, you hear more kind of man. Woo! When we are telling you, you don't know, no, we are telling you, even we are not prophets, but everything we have said, everything we open this mouth to say, if it don't happen today, it will happen tomorrow. I want you to go from the beginning of this struggle, from the beginning. In fact, even the one that we are not sure of, once God asks us to say it, we will say it and God will do it. Hey! Woo! I said, Did you see the prayer? May God harden the heart of the leaders in Nigeria so that we will tell them, the world may know that Obi is no longer a boy. I remember when we used to read the history of the Greeks, the Greek god. I don't know, you know, of course you don't read all those things in Africa. The history of the Greek gods. Medusa. They say Medusa is she look at, when you look at Medusa, you turn into she would dry you and you become stone. Medusa have snake.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop. God knows we can never stop until Biafra is restored. We are peace-loving people. We abhor death and killing of another soul. It's in our nature, that's how we are. But because of that, they have been coming and killing us all these years. We've kept quiet. They've been killing and killing and killing quiet. We have a case at the ICC. We have a case at Africa Union. We have a case at, what else again? Pending before the UN in New York. We've been to Geneva to tender our case. Before UN, till today, nothing. In fact, the more we complain to them, the more they come to abduct and rape our children, the more they come to kill us, the more they want to take over our land and our forests. And who told them that's going to be possible in our time? In a time, in a movement that I lead, you think you can come into our land and take it over? Oh dear. That means you don't know who we are. 30
Nigeria crypto.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program. Please like and share. Share to family and friends. Share on your own WhatsApp group. Share in any place where you belong. Invite someone to join us so that we can preach this gospel together. Wherever you are as a Biafran, we are in a very critical time, and it is very important that you join at this critical time and make your own contribution. We are in a time where we will not leave any stone unturned. A time where every Biafra needs to be committed in the affairs of the Biafran people. So wherever you are, don't wait until someone comes to beg you. You must be up and doing, you must be strong, you must be consistent. Continue to do your own part and make sure you play your own role, because the restoration of Biafra must be completed. I hope every one of you were aware of the message that was delivered yesterday by the Defense Secretary and the Deputy, with the Deputy Prime Minister and other cabinet members. Yesterday, so many important questions were asked and reasonable answers were provided. And I believe that all those propaganda blackmail that is flying right, left, and center today has ended. So finally, if you feel that you are not satisfied, the ball is in your court to take your decision. Choose you for yourself where you belong. Either you are on the right side or you're on the left. This is a battle between good and evil. Every revelation you need is out there. It is your right to make your choice. You have the freedom of association, but you must have to be prepared to take responsibility for any action that you take. Do not blame anybody. All we are asking is that you should do the right thing at the right time. And I bet you, if you do so, you will have no regret. If you do the right thing, you'll be part of those who are going to make it to the Biafra land. I want to share with you a restream of our morning program. For those who missed that program, pay attention and listen to the voice of the Biafrans and their opinions. pay attention, you'll be glad you did. Let us watch and hear what the Biafrans have to say. You, a Biafran, as a conquered person. Nigeria will always see you as an inferior citizen. Even though you are the first-class citizen, they will always strip you of your rights and present you as Mr. Nobody. This Nigeria has continued to do, and until we get out of this zoo, it will not stop. Chukwu Kagame is going to guide us and protect us. If you are ignorant of certain issues, please sit back and think before you talk. There are people that make some careless statements, both physically and on comment sections. Some questions that people ask is so horrible, and what they say. But are we going to give up? We're not going to give up. We will continue to pursue the rest of Nigeria. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide every one of us. And I would like to play this portion of the Okuta panel. I'm not going to waste time on today's program so that we can listen to this and draw some lesson from it.
Now, you complained about Arabic inscription in the badge of the Nigerian army. You will agree with me that there is also an eagle as part of that badge. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you know that that eagle represents Roman Catholic. I'm sure you know that.
I'm hearing that for the first time.
You can hear the uproar in that very place, and you can hear Uchechukwu Merije, Minister of Communication. Just like I was surprised the very first day I heard it, that the eagle in the uniform of the army, eagle in the national coat of arms of Nigeria, represents Catholic Church. And this is how they lie. This is a lawyer who is supposed to be finding out truth, lying in Okuta panel. And people were marveled to hear that from him. Everybody laughed because it is unbelievable. Simply because somebody caught you and accused you of having the coat of Arabic inscription in their Nigerian military uniform. Then now you said they have ego, which is the Roman Catholic. It is so sad, but this is the kind of things you see in Nigeria. The idiocy of the people in that country called Nigeria is on various size, form, and shape, and this is one of them.
You are hearing that for the first time?
I'm hearing that for the first time.
Okay.
That's very strange to me. Very
strange to you.
me.
You don't know that eagle is part of the symbol of Roman Catholic. You don't know that?
No, I don't.
Thank you very much. Okay.
What a lie.
Now, sorry. Now, according to your petition, virtually all the leaders of this country were from the north.
All the
leaders of this country, that is General Gowon, Babangida, Buhari, Abacha, were all from the north.
The chart is very clear. Say most of the leaders, not to say virtually all.
Okay, most of them. You know, you said most, you said virtually all except Iransi.
Well, there's a chart there that mentioned also, what's his name? Olusegun Obasanjo.
Shonika.
Shonika.
Okay. Now, you know that General Buhari, who took over from Shagari, was also a northerner like Shagari.
Yes.
Babangida, who took over from Buhari, was also a northerner.
Yes.
And none of these people claim that they were taken over as northerners.
That is not true.
Tell us.
Gowon in his first coup on 8th of September 1966 told the whole of the North that they should stop killing Igbos because it has pleased God Almighty to put another northerner again in charge.
Is that before this commission?
That is not an address to the officers. It's an address to a specific political constituency.
Exactly.
Why did he say that? We are trying to find out.
Or his first broadcast.
Okay. That does not necessarily mean that all these leaders, all these military leaders represented the North. All of them you listed.
That's representative of the attitude of most of them. And in any case, we're not talking about...
Are you saying that as a fact?
We're not talking about individuals, we're talking about a system.
No, but you're complaining of the individuals in your petition. You said, looking at the list of all the political leaders, it is very clear that North has always dominated political power.
You've got consequences of a failure of a system.
Listen, the fact we are trying to elicit from you is these Northern leaders were there either in their own right or representing a group, but certainly not Northerners as a group.
Well, but I've just made a quotation for you
that
doesn't seem to say that it is appealing to the whole of the Nigerians that Nigeria again is
at the time Gawan took over.
But in any case, the point I'm trying to make is that whether Northerners are 100% in charge of the army or any other group, that these are consequences of the failure of the Nigerian state, of the Nigerian system.
Comrade, in your petition, you said as part of the marginalization, the Northerners rejected Ekweme and voted for Obasanjo. Is that correct?
No.
What did you say?
I said there that as a continuation of the marginalization, yes, after the Igbo voted 70.29%.
No, before then.
No, that's the logic. If you read that paragraph down, it's not talking about not giving presidency to Ekweme. What we're talking about that is part of our massive support that the new dispensation consider it proper to continue with disempowerment. Please read that paragraph down.
That is not correct. You said that separately, but there's a place you said in your petition that as part of the marginalization, the North rejected Ekweme before you went to Obasanjo. I'll show it to you. Now they mentioned in 1998.
Just be patient and listen to this very program. Is interesting for us to know how divided Nigeria is. After this very Okuta panel, Nigeria is supposed to split immediately if Nigeria were to be a same country. But because of their interest on the oil we have in Biafra, they will never face the fact. That is how they were distorting.
Now, I'll come back to that later when I see the exact place. Now, in your, give him Exhibit 7.
Every single question that is coming out here is meant to dehumanize you, push every blame on you, and try to portray what is not right. Even from the books that we are reading very clearly, they distort the word and the meanings in order to credit themselves in their evil act. And as you continue to watch and listen, you begin to see those secrets come out.
Yes. I'm talking about page 10.
Yes, have you seen it? Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. Can I read that for you?
Yes.
With the advent of civilian democracy once more in Nigeria in 1999, Ndigbo heaved a sigh of relief, for they hoped that it would mean the end of marginalization of Ndigbo. Dr. Alex Ekwueme, an eminent Igbo son and former vice president of Nigeria and one of the founders of People's Democratic Party, invited all Nigerians to join the party. General Olusegun Obasanjo emerged as a presidential candidate and won the presidency on the PDP platform.
Okay, full stop.
People of northern Nigeria voted for him massively, and he obtained 7.29% of the votes cast. The vote was then the Biafra said, but despite these political facts and provisions made in Nigeria's 1999 Constitution, it will appear that the present government has thrown these principles overboard, and so on and so forth. So what I'm trying to say there is that in spite of our massive vote, the dispensation of Nigeria are not yet convinced that we are Nigerians.
They're never convinced, and they will never be convinced. You don't convince them.
Have you seen Exhibit 7?
Sorry.
It was as a result of the report of the pogrom and Justice Onyekwe Commission of Inquiry that Ohanaeze said there was genocide against the Igbos. Is that correct?
As a result of that?
Yes.
From
your petition.
My God, it can't be. We felt the pogrom. I mean,
And what happened during the
after
civil...
you have been killed, realize that you have been killed. Every family in Igbo land felt the pogrom.
Simply answer the question.
I'm answering your question.
Yes, it was from the report of the pogrom and then the Justice Onyekwe Commission of Inquiry and the Civil War that you said Ohanaeze believed that what happened in Nigeria was a genocide. Is that correct?
No, what the report did was only to codify the figures.
Yes, and say what?
To collect the figures, rather.
Then what is your argument that there was genocide against the Igbos?
My argument that there's genocide against the Igbos, one, that every family in Igbo land.
No, I'm talking of the evidence you led before this commission. That is the report of Justice Onyekwe Commission.
Onyekwe, yes.
And then the pogrom.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
You also said that the report of that commission was an international commission which investigated the civil war and concluded there was genocide. Is that correct?
That was one source of information.
Okay. Are you aware that there was also a committee by the OAU and the United Nations that came to Nigeria and made its own independent investigation and made a report?
And said it wasn't genocide.
Yeah.
So you are not aware? You are not aware?
No.
Okay. Never mind.
It is so funny. Do anybody need to see an investigation to know that what transpired during the Civil War was a genocide? You don't need investigation for that. The evidence of Asaba massacre and people who were part of that, they are still alive. Families who members of their family were massacred in Asaba, they are still alive. The OB of Asaba some time ago was shedding tears when he was explaining what transpired during the Asaba massacre. He narrowly escaped. So what else? Do you read any report from anybody for you to know that what transpired during that 3 years of war was genocide? Where innocent civilians, unarmed, were murdered in cold blood. Where you use hunger against people, against the Geneva Convention. You use hunger to starve children to death. But you see a lawyer trying to defend the indefensible. It is so sad.
See page 13 of Exhibit 1.
Page 13 of what?
Exhibit 1.
Page 13 of what?
Exhibit 1, your petition. The last paragraph there, the quotation, that's the quotation by a minister of land and surveys of northern Nigeria, making reference to the demand by Igbos to have land in the north. You have seen it?
What page are you referring to?
Page 13.
Okay.
Under genocide.
Yes, please.
You have seen it?
Yes.
What that quotation was saying, it was making reference only to the demand by the Igbos for permanent land in northern Nigeria. Is that correct?
That is your own interpretation, our own interpretation that the...
Read it out and tell us what it means.
Mr. Chairman, sir...
You gave that as an evidence of intention to genocide.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you.
Yes.
Your own interpretation is different from ours.
Okay.
So, Mr. Chairman, sir...
Yes.
I do not like to take up much of the time of this House in making explanations, but I would like to assure members that having heard their demands about Igbos holding land in northern Nigeria, my ministry will do all it can to see that the demands of members are met. How to do this, when to do it, all this should not be disclosed. In due course, you see what will happen.
Because he said the mode by which land would be given to Igbos will not be disclosed, you concluded that that was planned for genocide.
In due course, you see what will happen. It's a very sinister and pregnant statement.
How?
Exactly.
But it can only be interpreted in the context in which it was made. You agree with me?
Even in that context, you see, it forebodes a lot of darkness.
With the subject matter being demand by Igbos for land...
I'm interpreting it within the context.
Just listen, yes. With the subject matter being demand by Igbos to have land permanently in northern Nigeria.
Well, sir,
the procedure, simply because the minister said the procedure they will go about to do that cannot by any stretch of definition or explanation be meant to be an intention to wipe out Igbos from the north. You will agree with me?
I've already answered that question, that we found this thing very, very threatening.
That how they do it, you find it threatening?
That sentence I read out there, and if I reported the whole hazard, we have seen more speeches even more threatening than this.
Comrade,
yeah, but this,
a part of
comrade, a little louder, please. We're not hearing you.
I'm sorry, sir.
Please give me Exhibit 5.
My brother Greg, you're welcome.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
We are moving.
Yeah. I said let us...
It's titled Nigeria Biafra Conflict, an International Commission of Jurists finding on prima facie evidence of genocide. Now, from the contents there, you have investigators' report. You have seen it.
I'm sorry, sir.
I say from the cover there, you saw from the contents, investigators' report, page 71, and communique, page 103. You have seen it?
Sorry, page 71.
No, the cover, from the cover, you have contents written there.
That's not what's given to me. The cover has Nigerian Biafran conflict.
Yes, and
an International Commission of Jurists.
Yes. Then after that, you have contents.
You have prima facie evidence of genocide.
Yes.
Then contents, okay, yes.
Good. The last two items there were investigators' report, page 71.
Oh, okay, yes, sorry.
And communique, page 103.
Yes.
Please check through the document whether there are pages 71 and 103. Because the one we collected from the commission has no page 71 and 103. And part of your petition relied on this document as evidence of genocide.
The one you gave me now, there is none.
Okay.
Stop at page 50 something. 50. Start.
Now, see page 27 of your petition. You have seen it?
Yes, my lord.
Now, the figures you gave there, that there are estimated 6,000 Igbo civilians killed. It was not It was just an estimate.
All our figures here are educated estimates.
Not facts.
Facts, when I say educated estimates,
No.
because we interviewed family.
Are these facts?
Can I explain how we came at the figures?
No, simple question. You said estimated 600,000 Igbo civilians. And my question is simple. These are not facts, they are estimates.
I said that I won't even answer that question. I said that estimated as the educated estimates.
Thank you very much.
And if I explain to you why, I find that there are
No,
most facts.
that's all right.
Yes.
And the figure 900,000, which you said are Igbo children who died of nourishment, were also estimates.
Educated estimates.
Yes. And the 2 million Naira Igbo children who suffered permanent intellectual retardation were also educated estimates, not facts.
We carried out census family to family in Igbo
Simple
land.
question, yes.
But I have to explain to you how I'm not a robot.
Yes. Are you saying an estimate or educated estimate is the same thing as
I
a fact?
mean that we carried a census family to family. Every family Igbo land was concerned, and we're able to get from them actual figures of those who were affected before we made figures on everything we made here.
Now,
and it took years to compile this.
Why didn't you state facts since you made census and you have the names? Why did you say, when you know this is a fact-finding commission, why did you say estimate?
Oh, we're just being humble.
You're trying to be humble.
Yes.
Now, see page 30 of your petition.
3-0?
Yes. You stated there that during General Gawan's regime, that is after the war, 4,000 Igbo policemen were dismissed. And is that also an estimate?
No, this was an estimate.
You are sure of this fact? Because Rivadu is here.
Because what?
I say the police lawyer is hearing you. You are sure?
Yes, he's hearing me.
Okay. You are sure it's not an estimate?
No, this was an estimate.
Okay. Now, please go back to page 18 of your petition. You stated at page 18 that the creation of states in 1967 was deliberately to paralyze Igbos. That's what you said.
Yes.
Of course.
You are aware that before those states were created, there were agitations from the south for creation of states.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Now, please go to page 34. Paragraph 534. You have seen that?
Yes.
You stated here as a fact that Mr. Asika asked the federal government for only £400 million for reconstruction of war damages. And General Gawan said Nigeria had no money. Are you still maintaining that as a fact?
Yes, it was published. We are quoting Eastern Renaissance.
That Nigeria said it has no money?
We are quoting Renaissance, which is the paper of East Central of those days.
Okay. Page 34. At the same page 34, under 53.6, you stated that even the boundary adjustment, which General Obasanjo did in 1976, was deliberately to deny the Indibo of oil wells. Are you maintaining that?
Yes.
As a fact or as a view of the Ohanese?
No, it's the fact that's evident only a few weeks ago when they returned a few of the oil wells to Abia State.
Now you see many evil that Nigerian government did against the Biafrans. You know, sometimes when we are doing program, we talk about this and people will think that maybe we'll just sit and we'll make it up. The deliberate of destroying Igbo land, the creation of state was done. And they continue to do it for the sake of division, not for development. Just like the idiots that are talking for more state in the Biafra land. It is not meant to unite you, neither is it meant for development. It is to divide you more. All of a sudden, the same Anyocha, where they are telling them they are not Igbos, today they are trying to give them a state in the name of the Igbos to complete the Igbo states 5 or 6. But the major target is to cause that division. There has never been any state created in Nigeria that was meant to unite the Biafrans. There has never been any state that was created that was meant to develop the Biafra land. Their target is always division, including Anambra, Enugu, whichever you can call it. When Imo State was one with Abia, there was much more unity. Much more. Even some development you see there, the development that was made when they were together. The same thing when Enugu was with Anambra and they are one. They were much more united and more developed. They were achieving a lot more. And now that they splitted them, what you see is division. Somebody from Anambra telling you that, why are you talking? You are from Enugu. Enugu telling Ebonyi, why are you talking? You are from Ebonyi. And their target in every time they create state is always to create division. This issue of oil well, they went to the extent of drawing their map of states to make sure they carve out the Igbo-speaking people from the oil wells. Any place there is an oil well, they will carve it and give it a state. Any place there is an oil well, they carve it out and give it a state. And this Nigerian government have continued to do again. Obasanjo did it a lot. You know, when we come in a program, we say it, people they look at it here. In the open. In Okuta panel, Uche Chukwumerije wrote about it. Ohaneze Ndigbo made appeal on it. And they are not, you see, when it was raised, people were clapping because it is writing and it is the truth. Before we continue, let's hear from our brother Greg. My brother Greg, say something before we proceed on playing that video.
Yes, my brother, choose. Good morning again, and good morning to Biafrans and all of us of Biafra. Today we are here again, thanking God for His mercy. Yes, we will continue remembering our leaders, Nandukan and Simon Ekpa, and all the Biafran that have been suffering in the prison because of this. We pray that God will give them strength and God will lose them from those bondage. And we'll pray for Dr. Ngozi Arabeze and all the cabinets and the media and all the people who are fighting to make sure that what we are fighting for is success. We pray that God will never allow the labor of Biafrans to be in vain, because we have suffered enough, we have died enough, and humiliated enough. My problem is not what the Fulani man is doing to my people. My problem is what my people are doing to my people. Because when it comes in this kind of forum, you find out that the Igbos themselves, they know the truth, but some of them trying to continue quenching the fire. If this my uncle, I can call him Chukwumerije, that is here defending the Biafra he fought, maybe if he is still alive today, he will not be strong to speak and say, let my people go. He will be looking maybe he have in Abuja or in Lagos and forgetting that those things worth nothing than freedom. That is my case, because if I continue talking about what I know already, the denier of the Biafran rights, the deniers of the Igbo rights, and the trying to divide them, that one is obvious that every Igbo person knows, except those who deny themselves the truth. So I'm no more crying for what I know. that is not need for you crying. When you know your enemy and you identify your enemy, so what you suppose, what to be Biafrans to be crying now is how do we come out from this enemy? Because the whole world know we can no more present things that are present is themselves. Any man living on this planet, any black race or African, knows that Igbos are the light, and then the Africans are trying to quench that light and close the light. And when you close light that is supposed to show you the way to enter your house and to come out from your house, you will be stumbling. So the Africans are stumbling today because they deny the Igbos and the Biafrans the light that they are. And they doesn't want that light to shine. The Fulanis themselves knows it, but they deny it themselves. If you remember what this is Shatima, the vice president of Nigeria, said in that leaked audio, when he said Buhari is failing because he could not recognize the Igbos to use them to work so that his government will work. That is why that his government is not doing well. That the Igbos are the Jews. That if you want to progress, you must use the Igbos. But you cannot give them the power to be on the head. So you see it. So he knows that the Igbos are the light, but he wants to on them, he wants to the light. He doesn't want that light to shine. But he wants to, anytime he wants to use the light, he will on it and unquench it again, the way he wants. That is what his statement meant in all this, in that tape. And that is what Nigerians are doing. So any area they want to shine, they use the Igbos. I know many of my friends that are not Igbo people. They say, why do you people want to go? You have not come to our city to develop our place. Before Nigeria will divide, you must develop every part of Yoruba land. Then I asked him, is your leg, are you crippled in your leg or your hand? That they cannot work to develop your city. You're waiting until Igbo people develop your city before they can divide Nigeria. Because you are lazy. So, welcome, Max. So, my people, what I am crying is, I'm not crying for what I know already. What I am crying is, my people that are helping the Fulanis and some blind African countries to quench the light that God has put in their hand. They are the light, and they refuse to know that they are the light that will make them the whole world shine. So the world know already that all these things that we are showing here, that showing itself here, is injustice against our people. But what are we doing to come out of it? Look at what happened yesterday. And the statements and the clearance and the record was set straight yesterday. Who are the people fighting it? It's my flesh and my blood that are fighting to make sure that this Biafra is not recognized. Because he is not the person piloting the affair, or because he owned one hotel or one business in Lagos, in Abuja, he is fighting against Biafra for being actualized. That is our problem. And he forgot that only one policy can destroy anything he owns in Nigeria. One policy. If Tinubu decide to make sure that all the Igbos all their business are crippled in Abuja, and then he will do it. Just like Wike is doing. Just as they did in Lagos as well. But what they did in Lagos is just a child's play. That when they will come back to make sure they cripple the Igbos. You find out all these people that stay and invest billions and billions and billions and billions. It's only one policy and one allegation they keep on your. They will just put on your head. All those your billions of dollars they will cripple you. They don't care because they're an Igbo man. And instead of you to work hard, you use some of those your resources and support freedom. For you to be free, your children, unborn children will be free. Look at the Access Bank manager, owner, Mwigwe. Look at Mwigwe. He died in America. His corpse was scattered on the air because he wanted to go and watch football. He rented, as a billionaire, he rented a flat to go and watch a football game because he wanted to enjoy his billions in America. And he doesn't want to make his father's land, Biafra, to be a place he will enjoy that money. They are taking pride of okay, let Bill Gates come and use a flight to go and watch one football club in Africa. Let Donald Trump use a flight and come and watch one football club to make pride. I was in Nigeria and I take my private jet. I went to Kaduna to watch game. I went to Enugu to watch game. No. But he died and his family wasted because he wanted to show that he has money in America. The money that he cannot use to build his father's land or support this kind of program. Instead, they are fighting against it. How many of the flesh was picked that was buried in his father's compound? These are what we are fighting for. Where somebody can build his own land and people will be coming. How many of the billionaires in Europe are proud of coming in Africa? I have my friend here that is living in this place. The house he's living, the owner of that house is living in Namibia. He told me that man is now almost 92 years old. He has come back from Namibia. And this man doesn't have a child. And he left all his life in Namibia. He has more than 30 houses here in Deutschland. Those money he made in Namibia and some other African countries, he brought them down here. Why didn't he build all these thousands of, all these more than something buildings he has in Germany, in Africa? Probably maybe he might be having only one small duplex where he be living with the wife and they don't have children. So this is the kind of intelligent people. He knows the value of his land. He wanted to come here and he made that money now in Africa, and he brought it down in Germany here, and it's now he retired living in Germany. And those of his houses, maybe one day, if he wants to die, he doesn't have to. He can write his this thing and give it to the if not church, or he give it to German government. The whole property will move to the government because he knows that those things he labor it to make his land to be good. That is sacrifice and somebody to be patriotic of his people and his land. Our people don't think towards that way. So look at what happened. Is it not somebody that is lying and lying and lying to make sure that this Biafra did not come? So where are the patriotic spirits? Where are the sacrifice that you are making? Instead, you are lying against this woman, using both private and everything that is not supposed to come on the media to attack her, only to make sure that he should frustrate and that Biafra did not come. And they are calling her back, calling her terrorist. The same thing that they did to Nnamdi Kanu, he's facing terrorist charges. The same thing they did to Simon Ekpa. Who are the people who fought and give evil fake evidences against Simon Ekpa, against Nnamdi Kanu? Are the people, the real people, the IPOB. It was the IPOB that called Simon Ekpa terrorist with Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and then before the government started attacking Simon Ekpa and doing all those things, it was IPOB who was denouncing them, denying them, calling him terrorists. Then the government picked from there and start doing it before it generated to this level. And they know that all those allegations were not true. And most of them, they did it. Then it was done by the IPO, the so-called evil Chike Doziem them that I heard that today, hands up, and he take somebody said that Chike Doziem has taken amnesty, that is no more fighting for Biafra. So, and the other people with Kangoruago, now they are open for Nigerian government, and China Sanworu them. The same thing they did to Simon, the same thing now they're trying to cook up against the Tongoza rebels. And who are those people? It is our people, Vam, Aparangwa, and what do you call them? Ogenkere them. They are trying to cook evil, start cooking evil again, and now on top of the Tongoza rebels. The same thing these people did. So who are working against this are the people who are eating the same table with you. So my brother, when I watched this thing, when I went out this program, this thing they did it in 2000. I watched it here. So for a long time, I just recollecting my memories from all these things we watched that time they did all this Ebuda panel with Obasanjo. That 2000 or something was when this thing happened. So when we watch all these things, you find that Nigeria is not one, and they're still pretending to be one. But my own side of it now is, I'm no more thinking about all this Nigerian attack. I'm thinking about the attack we are doing to ourselves because we want to be free, and our people are still doing the same stupid thing, fighting against people lying because you want to become relevant, because you want to self-centered business. So that is our problem, my brother choose. And my prayer is the Biafrans will pick, and our Biafra army will learn how to have patience and obey order and discipline, so that we will not be making any kind of mistake. I'm not saying anybody is perfect. Dr. Ngozi is not perfect. No, the kind is not perfect. Somebody is not perfect. But somebody must stand there. And any person that stand that place is God and choose him. It's not forcing himself to be there. And when you are forcing yourself to lead the Biafrans, it is impossible. It cannot happen. Ngozi will not force herself to be in that place. To me, and with my own the way I assess her, before God and man, with what my man told me, that woman, if there's anything she will do for someone to come out tomorrow, that she will have relaxed mind, she will do it. She preferred the position it was than this what she's doing now, if I can understand. So all these people ganging up against her are just evil people. And here
Thank you.
So thank you, my brother. Let me give a chance for now.
My brother Max, let's hear from you, Max. Go ahead and speak to us.
Thank you, Mazi Chicks. Good morning to each and every one of you. And remember that I am, communicating with you from that little beautiful city of Bolgatanga in Upper East region of Ghana. Thank you so much for having me. And I salute each and every one of you in the comment section that has, set out time to come and join us to listen, share, like, so that other people will come in. Mazi Chicks, I sent you a video and I have not seen any response, probably because you are very busy. I wanted to find out from you, is General Gento still working with the US?
That question has been answered yesterday. You didn't watch the defense minister's briefing yesterday?
No, I did not.
Yesterday, we had a very important program that answers all those their propaganda, blackmail, right, left, and center. Okay. There was a program yesterday which was conducted. Defense minister, the deputy, and deputy prime minister, and members of the cabinet. We had a general program yesterday. We started on space, but the space attack was too much. It couldn't go on. Then we came back on Zoom. The program is on my platform here. We streamed it live. I streamed it to Go 247, streamed it, and you can find the program and you go through it, and it answers so many of those questions. So as for gentle is just I don't know. Should I say his problem is that he has refused to follow the chain of command, and that is why he's making mistake. He has served the Biafra when he served the Biafra. He served, and we appreciate his service. He did very well. Biafrans also appreciated him, but because he has decided to pay attention to some unnecessary people who refuse to be on the government, then he is making a lot of mistake. But the most important thing is the chain of command in Nigeria remains the way it is. There's a chain of command. And from his own direction, the person that is in charge on that area is Butuzo. And Butuzo is 100% with the government. Government have been given the allocation that is meant to them through the person that is in charge, Butuzo. So if there's any confusion he's having or anything that he doesn't understand, he should go through the chain of command and complain, not to come on social media and begin to talk. Not to come on social media. So all this while he have been shouting and shouting and shouting, and instead of going to the right channel, that was why the Secretary of Defense deemed it fit yesterday with Deputy Prime Minister to come and explain to Biafrans, and it was made very, very clear. So if he has any problem with the chain of command and he's not ready to operate on that direction, he knows where to complain, not to come on social media and begin to shout. You know where to complain. And if in the chain of command, the general commander there, Butuzo, says that he's not getting something from the government, he should come out and say it himself. Because government have done everything they had, and they have evidence and receipt on how they sent everything they sent. So that very issue was nailed yesterday. But the instruction that was given is that he is still a Biafran and will be accepted and received. The only thing he has to do is to go through the chain of command. As simple as that. As soon as he goes through the chain of command, he wouldn't have any problem.
Okay.
Yes, to add to Mark's question, I think Choose gave you the right answer that he has to be obedient to the government and stop coming to the media because it's not doing good to the Biafrans. And indeed, you know, when somebody says the truth will always stand because he crying for money. So according to the secretary, yes, there is a delay.
Appreciate you for that very comments you just made. Just as you said, it is sad the length that people can go.
Simon Ekpa was taken away. They stopped the armies to fighting to defend our land, and people are started again, slaughtering numbers. See, after 2 weeks, he was taken away. Now, Dr. Ngozi being surrogate from Simon Ekpa. The same Greek people again rise up again, just like the time of IPOB. Started calling him his Bubago, he's a terrorist, he's killing our people. The same thing IPOB did to Simon Ekpa. They started gagging up again through Ogun Kerry and Bam 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 and what do you call him, Akarawa, trying to cook evil against this innocent woman again. They are going as far as to Dadara Ramana, who are thought to be a chameleon, as he called himself or herself. And the rest of them, now they want to cook a terrorist thing on her head again. They started making, they're laying the foundation. And people are following them, not knowing where they're going. I've said it here and so many other places. Their aim is not Dr. Ngozi Arabeze. Their aim is to destroy Biafra struggle. Just like this, my brother that spoke just now, Mr. Mark. Their aim is to make sure that they destroy the struggle. And the one thing people don't understand is this. No man will come out and say, I was paid to do this. It is impossible. He will fight to show you that I am fighting for Biafra. So in this their group they call Brig now, there is many interests. Some are doing it because they were paid to destroy the Biafra coming. Some are doing it because they did not get position. Some are doing it because they were not the person who in charge. So it is only if they succeed, I said it before, if they succeed now in making sure that they fought against this government, USB, now when they will relax. So when they relax, their interest will pump out. The one that was paid money to destroy Biafra will be making sure that his Brig government will not do anything. The one that want the position will fighting for position. All their different interests will come out. Then they will start fighting each other again. But now you cannot see them fight each other all that, because there is something stronger they want to destroy, and that something stronger is the USB, a United States of Biafra government. So if you are in this government, if you are supporting this government, if you are working in this government, if you are a leader in this government, if you are a military man in this government, never allow any single opportunity for any person to discourage you again. Never allow any individual or any group again to call you back. Never allow any man or woman, because of money or whatever, to come to become a stumbling block in what we are doing, on what the government are doing. Support this government in any way you can. Preach it on the street. Preach it on any level you can, and make sure that this government stands. Nobody, any person that is calling Dr. Ngozi Arabeze a saboteur, that person is 100% criminal. Anybody coming out to tell you that Ngozi Arabeze is a saboteur or she's working against the coming of this research on Biafra, call that person a pure. He is more than an enemy. Even an enemy is a good man. Because,
Greg, thank you for your submission. I appreciate
thank you, my brother.
So let's try to accommodate. I think I saw Akonyo was there. Akonyo, let's hear you.
Yes, good morning, Uncle Chukwu.
No.
Good morning, fellow parliamentarian. Thank you once again for your good works and the effort we are putting in to see how the message is being spread across every indigenous Biafrans in a good way, on the truth, I thank you so much. God will keep on giving you strength. And we
You
that
see,
comes around every day to add our own opinion. The Lord that make the heavens and the earth will as well impede us with a knowledge and more
you see,
strength to keep faith on doing the right thing. Okay, I saw your topic this morning, and as well the soundtrack that you played, the videos that you played. But on that last video, I want to take our attention back because my brother that spoke after you played the video did justice to it. But I want to refer us back to that video when our PM made mention of army as structured as NATO army are and talked of dividing along tribal lines. And you now bring it to the Confederate state that USB is embarking on to operate. You now do justice to the people asking question, which country on earth has made their military to be on a decentralized form? I have my answer to give. You know, I keep on pointing at history, pointing at depth knowledge of people that are championing this cause, that majority of us that are on this struggle, majorly on the people showing their face on media, that they did not have the factual knowledge of what the struggle entails, that many comes emotionally, they are being driven emotionally. Now that NATO that our PM made mention of, if you remember, you will know that NATO, that they were one country before they started separating into unit countries, that they now come on the treaty that if anything should happen to one of them, that they will come as one to descend on that external force that came upon one. Look at the template that our Prime Minister talked about, our 40 states. Are you not seeing that structure of NATO in it? And now PM is no longer in section with us physically. Between these two parties, I would like to classify it as party between USB and BRGA. If you are a Biafran that you look into things with unbiased mind, which of these groups are keeping to the templates that our Prime Minister pontificated at, described to us in different occasions? Because for me, DPM is the only person holding on to that template, bringing them to fruition by the structure she is dishing out, implementing. And people from the other party will ask you, where is your evidence to back it up? I'm hereby today with that video that you just played. Maybe you should play it again if there will be time for us to re-examine the video. You will see that it is Ngozi Arabuese, that is doing all that PM preached, just as Simon did all that Nnamdi preached during the time of during our phase from IPOB to autopilot. I will leave that one at that. Now, going back to the history that I always make my own assertion on. See what we are doing. Underscore what we do every day on your platform. And compare and contrast between us and the other party. And that our brother made so many references. He pulled so many points that ever since Simon was called for questioning, that Van 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 and the rest of their media warrior, they no longer talk about sit at home. They no longer deal on the weightier matters. It's all about gossip. Now, I want to sound a bit esoteric because them doing what they are doing, they may know what they are doing, or they may not know what they are doing. They were lured as a result of envy, jealousy, pride, and confidence. These four persons they have one common fence that is guiding them. They come out through one entrance. It depends on the one that first show up that you will make meaning out of. Many of them, the one that first come out is pride. Some of them, the ones we are seeing from their end, is confidence. They have confidence on themselves that they are the one that will do it right. They are now being used as a Ponzi scheme to destabilize what we are doing. Now, in every given movement, it's always one figure that we head. Just as we are normally made to understand that there is no two captains in one ship. But I believe that people that travel through the water knows there are multiple captains in the ship. But who drive the ship at any given time is only one captain. If everybody understand that in every given time, now it is only one captain that will lead our movement, it will be easier for the movement. But because of these people that are living, these four persons that I made mention of, confidence, pride, greed, and jealousy, they've taken over so many people, and they now pour cloak on their eye. They can no longer see clearly again. Whichever one that comes out, they flow with that energy. If it is jealousy that comes out, they flow with it. If it is overconfidence that comes out, they flow with the overconfidence energy, causing distractions. Now, we that are always here, pushing for the basic demands of this struggle, I'll keep saying it. If we keep on doing more of this, the enlightenment that we're establishing might not bear fruit today that we are doing it, but it will bear fruit tomorrow. And when it will bear fruit tomorrow, it will stand unpushable. Because most of the work that Nnamdi did that we are making reference to today, it is only few that understood the dexterity of that work when Nnamdi was doing it, maybe when Nnamdi was preaching it. Many that are coming to terms back to those words today, they treated that word with wet hand. They didn't take it serious. But when the word started materializing today, because it was a word, it was a word that was made with truth. That is why so many people are coming back to that word by saying that had it been me, no. Many might not voice it out, but when you look at their movement, you discover that they are telling themselves, had it been me, no. Just as the man that Ugo 247 played his video saying that government of Enugu State have failed them, that they worked hand in glove with them to smoke out all the indigenous people of Biafra. Now it now comes that Fulani came to attack them. They did not reciprocate the favor they did to them. They have come down to terms that what Simon was telling them then was actually the fact. So what we should do is what we are doing. I'll make confession. Me, anytime that I see this their propaganda that is flying up and down, when I try to make meaning, just oppose the what they push out, they cut out video, they do dish out. If I try to think toward them, my heart is always heavy. Peace will be taken away from me. But when I now fall back to USB and look at what we are doing, both on this platform and other platforms, I always have peace. It then makes me to know that what we are doing is the right thing. But what they are doing is dragging us back. And many people are following them because they do not know the meaning of what we are looking for. And how would they know the meaning of what we are looking for? Is what we are doing here. Is what Nnamdi did. Is what Simon did. But each time the British succeed in taking those leaders down captive, what the followers do is to degenerate into gossip. And that has been what Britain has been using against us. According to what that our brother said, you remember one afternoon, maybe it's either early this year or last year, that I was furious that I said, I disputed on this platform, that Trump is not going to do anything for us. You people were telling me that I should calm down, that the geopolitics, Trump will play a better role. I said, Trump will not do anything. Whatever we will get, whatever we will achieve, will only come from us. And how will it come? Unity. But look at us today. They are taking us back. They are taking us back. But I love what our DPM said yesterday. If you make me, Ngozi, your fight for freedom, just be aware that what that happened to your idol, the person you cherish more, that you wish that he or she is the one piloting the affair, that have piloted the affair before, and is no longer with us today, that it will happen to you. That word is a good advice to them and also to us to know that we have to submit ourselves under the leadership of whoever God has appointed to lead us. So I encourage you, Ogachus, to continue the things you do, not minding whether it is yielding fruit today, but believing that whatever we do today, as far as we are on the path of truth, that it will stand the test of time. Digging all this information that you pull out, when somebody go under your YouTube, you only see that is something people watching you. showing you that our people that we are fighting for abhors truth. But when you go to Adadi Orama, carry on with her gossip, you will be seeing like 600 plus watching. I will ask myself, who bewitched us? Onye mere anyị ha? Onye mere o ji bụrụ ebe a na-akwụ asị ka anyị chọrọ? But nevertheless, Chukwu ga-enyere anyị aka. Unu jisi n'ike ka anyị na-arụ ọrụ ọma. Ndị na-enwe ego azụta data abịa ka anyị gbabanụ mbọ la ọ ya adị mma. N'isiokwu m bụ na m kwuru sị na ndị niile nọ na midia zibe na ozi ọma ga-eme my own generation after the reason a ga-ejikwa okwu nwere onwe. Mgbe ahụ ka okwu nwere onwe a ga na-esite n'ime mmadụ apụta. Ọ bụ ozi nke akụnyere mmadụ akụnye. Because ihe na-akụsasị ya na-eme bụ ụfọdụ bụ ndị akụnyere okwu nwere onwe a n'ime. Ndị eziri ozi ọma okwu nwere onwe. Ọ bụghị ndị okwu nwere onwe gụrụ agụrụ. Ọ ya ga-eme mmadụ gbakọta ọsọ. Mmadụ efe ya ego n'ihu. Ọ nara ya ree nwanne ya. Chukwu okike bi n'ikwe. Chukwu abịa ma ga-esite n'okwu ozi anụmanụ na-ezi n'ụbọchị ọbụla. Gaa gbuola anyị ọgụ. Gaa kpọlite ndị anwa bụ ndị ga-ekwu okwu a, ndị ga-agba ọsọ, ndị ga-etupu gaa. Ekpọlite ha ka ha bịa mee ya. N'ihi na nwanne anyị nwoke bụ Uncle Greg, o kwuru okwu na-adị ekwube. Nnaka anyị bụ ndị Igbo bụ ndị na-amaghị ihe anyị na-achọ. Mana anyị fili na anyị mara ihe anyị na-eme. Fulani mara ihe ha na-eme. Fulani na Yoruba mara ihe ha chọtara na Naịjirịa. Nnaka anyị bụ ndị na-amaghị ihe anyị chọrọ. And na-amaghị ihe anyị chọrọ ahụ bidokwana na enweghị onye gbara anyị. Because ụmụ okwu m kwuru ihe si dị njụ unu sị ala sị na ndị mgbe gboo na taa abụghị mgbe gboo. Kedu ihe mere ndị ahụ lụrụ ọgụ ụmụ ha abụghị ndị tuga? Anyị ajụgo onwe anyị ihe ha gwara ụmụ ha mere dị gwọta ha okwu ọgụ nwere onwe a. Ha sị gị na ọ bụ something of the mind, na ọ bụ the fun to Biafra. Ihe a bụ ihe anyị ga-eje were aka onwe anyị chọpụta wee mara ka anyị ga-esi kụnye mkpụrụ again n'ime ndị ọzọ ga-enyere anyị aka. Because ọ ndị dị otu ahụ bụ ndị na-akụsasị ihe niile a na-eme. Ozi ọma m too ndị nke bụ ndị wepụtara onwe ha na-asụ agbọsọ nwere onwe a ma nọrọ n'ịdọta osi ọsọ nwere onwe ha azụ. Ọ bụrụ na Chukwu abịa ma bụ Chukwu na-ekpe ikpe ziri ezi, ọ ga-ebi ha ncha aka n'ala. Ala ga-etigbu ha. Okenye ọbụla pụtara fuche eziokwu wee kwuo okwu ụwa maka ihe ọrịa nwata. A sị na Trinity ndị ụka kwuru ịtọ. The significance of three bụ balance. O mega anyị n'aka ka anyị were ya na mgbe okwu nwere onwe a nwere ọkụ ụgbọ n'ahụ ka anyị were ya from ụwaziri ike. O mega anyị laka izu ụwaziri ike ofu nwa ya aka nna m ịbụa mee na Simon Ekpa ọ tụgokwala ịtọ anwawụ. Ha ndị na-akọ ha aka ọtụtakwu ya laja na esorogokwe ma ndị na-akpa aja na ọnụ ugbo na ịtọ maka ọ tọrọ. The balance akwụrụgo. Ndị ọbụla na-eturu ka ọsọ nwere onwe akịta ga-akwụdo na elu that balance. Mmadụ na-atọ anụ ha gbagoro mbe ya. And ihe ga-emebe ha ka adịghị egwu. Ha continue, ọnwụ ike ga-ezute ha. Ihe ịkwa akwa ha na-akwanyere ụmụ Biafra. Ọ ga-akpọ ha ihu n'ụtụtụ, kpọ ha ihu n'ehihie, kpọkwa ha ihu n'anyasị. N'ihi na a na-etinye ihe na-emebi, ha na-ekwula na ọ ga-adị mma, na ọ ga-adị mma, na ọ ga-adị mma. Ụwa ihe a na-emebi ha nụrụ anyị, ha na-ekwula ọ ga-adị mma. Ha jisi ike, because ọ bụrụ ihe ike emenwụ ha, ndị ọzọ na-eso ha n'azụ a ga-aghọta. Ma ndị na-achị USB anya nna ya bụ onye ọbụla kwuo unu nke na-eziokwu. Hapụ nkọja a ga-akọjọ gị na ikwuru eziokwu, but ka ị na-ekwu ya kwuo ya n'ụdị ọ ya abịa ọbịbịa nzọpụta. Ekwuru ya n'ụdị ntisa na anyị ga-agba mbọ fụ na atụnyere oke anyị n'ihi na ebe ọ bụ na okwu niile Nnamdi kwuru Simon kwuru gidigbam today ọ na-eme onye bụ dịka mụnwa ka m kwuo eziokwu mgbe ọ bụla pụtara ikwu okwu nwere onwe aga m ekwu eziokwu dị n'ime ya n'ihi na eziokwu na-adịgide ya dịbakwa ka ndị ọzọ tinye ọnụ.
Thank you so much, Akonya Water. I appreciate you and everyone that has been on this platform from beginning till now. I appreciate every one of you for being part of the program, and we are going to be rounding up so that I can prepare for other activities of the day. We have spoken a lot, and the word is enough for a wise. Whatever you have heard from this platform is to guide you to make your decision. Or whatever decision you make, you will be responsible for it. We are talking about our freedom collectively as Biafrans. If you know what you will do to support the government, please do so. And remember the flyer for our destiny is already out. The flyer for the opening of the headquarters of the United States of Biafra, the diplomatic house in DC, is out already. And very soon the ticket will be out and people will get the ticket to be part of that very occasion. It says, Government of the United States of Biafra, Memorial Day Peace Summit, inauguration of the Biafra Mission, Washington, D.C. 30th May. You know, it's a very important day for us. 30th. Very important. And that day is drawing very, very near. A lot of things are going to happen. 30th May, 2025. 7 p.m. Biafra time, address 1726 Connecticut Avenue, New West, Washington, D.C., 20009. Ticket will soon be out and people will be getting their tickets to be on that very memorable occasion. We are focused on moving forward and not on going back. Anybody who feels that he or she cannot be able to match our speed and they want to be on the back seat, good luck. But for those of us who know what we want and know where we are going, we are not stopping. Washington, D.C. is where everything is happening, and that is where we are going to have our diplomatic house. It has already been approved, registered, and we are good to go. On the 30th of May, the inauguration will be done. So those of us who want to attend the occasion, prepare yourself. As soon as the ticket is out, you are going to see it. You make your applications, and you will be there on that 30th May. Very important date. And I thank God it was placed on that day so that people can be able to key in on that very mission. The only thing we are focused on is restoration, full restoration on the ground, and recognition. The nation we are looking for, we cannot operate as an island. We must deal with other nations. For you to have a nation, there are certain things that you must do. You must put yourself in a way that you can be able to be accepted by other nations of the world. You will transact with other nations of the world, and you must maintain the international standard. That is what the Biafrans are doing, and we're going to follow it step by step. We cannot do everything on our own, but we have to do the major part of it by ourselves. We fire and name police, and those things are what we are doing today, and we will continue to do. support the United States of Biafra government under our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and today under the leadership of the Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Ngozi Oraweze. Support financially, support morally, support prayerfully. Any area you know you can support, do not hesitate to support. At the same time, if you know any area where you are expert, where you can be able to serve Biafra as an expert, please do reach out to any of the media, or we are going to link you to the secretaries. Contact the secretaries and you'll be given your portfolio to work for the government. It is our government. It doesn't belong to one person. What we are defending in this platform is the United States of Biafra. We are not defending an individual. From the onset, I have never defended an individual. I'm defending United States of Biafra. And anybody that is serving United States of Biafra genuinely is my business. I will have to protect and defend that person and protect the person. But my focus is the United States of Biafra. Once you deviate, you're on your own. I pray that Chukwu Kabiama will give us that wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and patience to continue to go to the right path until we get to our destination. As we are closing the program, I will allow my beloved brother Maxwell to give us your closing remark while we round out the program and prepare for that. Please, if you have not watched the yesterday program, go and watch it. Those people that are sending me voice messages on WhatsApp group, and those who are very worried about men on the ground said and did not say, please take your time and watch that program yesterday. It will answer a lot of questions and it will help you to redirect your mind.
So if you take somebody, why was you wait for those people? It's just like we are going to football, we are going to a tournament to play football team going for a tournament, and they are fighting for a cup. Are you saying because the captain got injured and took it to the hospital?
Naka ni kwata milake kwa kwacha sienyi ka kesu ezo pabule be waro tamano mo Biafra kuyenu kanyi welo fobi welo tabano banye makalo fobi abakama na nugo no